Hi, I'm Graham Butchart, and we'll continue on your EQ journey with the introduction of further tools to help you better understand your thinking and feeling so that you can translate that back into more meaningful expressions of thinking and feeling, more accurate, more important versions of that, a better version of who you are. So, the next tool that I want to talk about is the tool of mindfulness, and it's a really prolific subject at the moment. There's a lot of conversation around it because there's a lot of benefits attributed to being more mindful. And mindfulness is really your ability to direct your thinking, to hold focus in a present state using your thinking and what you're feeling. So it really is attached to the EQ subject. And as you are now becoming aware of more of these tools, you see how they integrate and how they cross over. So being is a state of mindfulness, reflection is a state of mindfulness. It's calling you to be present to what's going on. So I like to tell a little bit of a story about mindfulness. I like to set up a little demonstration in your minds, if I may, to help illustrate this. So I could go downstairs from my office right now and make myself a cup of rooibos tea in the kitchen. And typically what we would do is we'd go down there, we'd put the water on, we'd pop that on the kettle thing, switch it on, we'd get a cup out, throw a tea bag in the cup and wait for the water to boil. And as we wait for the water to boil, what do? We occupy our time, right? So we reach for our mobile device, our smart device, and we just randomly wander around and see what's going on. So, and there's no harm in that. There's no penalty there, right? There's no red card for that. But it's also an opportunity, and the opportunity is this. I go downstairs to make myself a cup of rooibos tea, and I reach for the kettle, and as I fill the kettle, I become super conscious about what that water is. You can smell water if you pay attention, and you can see the clarity in the water, the sparkle of the water as it goes into the kettle. I now place the kettle on the connecting pad and switch it on. There's a little red light that bings as it goes on. I can hear the beginnings of the molecules but starting to dance and bounce. I reach into the cupboard above the kettle where there are cups, and I pull out a porcelain cup, hard but smooth and very light. And it's made from soil, it's made from the earth, it's made from clay. And I put it on the table and I can hear the clink of that as it sits on the top of the table. A remarkable skill that somebody has applied here. I then reach into the other cupboard, also above the kettle, and as I do that, I notice now that the water is more and more excitable because you can hear it, those little particles bouncing about. I open the cupboard above the kettle, and in that cupboard is the tea, and I pull out the tin with the rooibos tea in it, and as soon as I open that lid, it is just overwhelming. That is the smell of rooibos tea. There isn't anything else like it. Grown from the earth, little bushes, hand-picked leaves, cut, packaged in these little bags that we just pass by every day. Pop it in the kettle. Pop it in the cup. The kettle is boiling now. It's excited. But just as it's reaching its zenith there, I also go to the sideboard. Alongside the cup is a lemon. It's bright yellow lemon. And there's a sharp knife there. And I take the sharp knife and I cut through the lemon, and I cut 2 portions of lemon very easily with this incredibly sharp knife. But as I cut it, you can see the sparkle of the lemon juice as it zists alive, and as that flavour and smell and colour of lemon come out. the kettle is boiled, I pour the boiling water into the tea bag, I put the lemon in there, and I blend those ideas together. And I have an amazing cup of rooibos tea. Now that takes me exactly the same amount of time that I would have spent just randomly wandering through whatever on my smart device. But what it's taught me is it's taught me how to really pay attention, how to really focus on what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling, what I'm sensing. All those senses are enlivened when we become mindful. And mindfulness is our ability to direct our minds to where we want them to be. And if we can do that successfully, then we navigate the experiences that we're having and we point them in a more positive and a more fulfilling direction. So there's the tool of mindfulness. You can apply this in queues, you can apply this in the traffic, you can apply this whilst you're waiting for all sorts of otherwise things. So resist the temptation to whip out the smart device the next time and just see if you can be mindful in that moment. Exercise your control over your mind. Manage it and see how you do. So until next time, be mindful.